opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now Franks. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Franks will throw for it on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson being chased out left. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go. Showing it there, picking up the first down. Wilson steps away to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Dwayne Eskridge there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Bring it! Bring it! Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, 75 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 16, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Franks. He's got his tight end, Smith. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They go play action with Franks. They still can't get him. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Falcons have taken the lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Foyesade Oluwakin. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. And this will be taken at the 13. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off near the 44. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A final shot before break. Franks. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Wilson going to throw for it. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Setting up play action. Franks. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Franks now. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The Franks looking to throw. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. And this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. Franks. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darren Hall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a 1-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Franks now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Franks. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brandon Copeland in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, it's Patterson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Escaping the pressure right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Falcons push further out in front. And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you're going to get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
Coup now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Wilson to throw. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Back to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back to throw. And it's caught. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diamond catch. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.